Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Ailey. Today's video is going to be about the highly anticipated Morphe Fluidity Foundation. Now, I've got the concealer as well. I'm just going to jump straight into this. There is umpteen people who have been talking about this foundation. It has 60 shades and a lot of influencers have got like the full shade collection and stuff like that. I'm not going to go into the shades too much. There's some people saying it's great, some people saying it's awful, some people saying that they tried and they just didn't quite get it right. But I'm F220, I think. I don't know, but I think. And I picked up C165. Purely because I looked at it, it's on the lighter end of the medium. We're just going to go with it. We're going to see what happens. I really wanted to see, does this foundation work on dry skin? Because it says it's 24-hour long wear, full coverage, sweat-proof, transfer resistant, water resistance, free of oils, fragrance and parabens, great for all skin types. Now I know a lot of people are like, well, why would you buy this if you've got dry skin? You know it's a really matte foundation. That's why it says great for all skin types. They maybe should have said oily skin types, but we'll see. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I put it on the back of my hand the other day and I have some thoughts, but I'll kind of share those thoughts as we go along to see if it translates on the face much as it did on the hand. So I guess we should zoom on in and get to applying this bad boy and see what happens. So okay, so as you can see, my skin is a little bit irritated just now. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what's irritated me or what, but what can you do? I have my really severe dry patches which are flared up. I think it's just stress, to be honest. I have been really busy lately, but I have prepared my skin. I did prep work last night as well. If you want to see how I prep my dry skin for foundation, for like properly nice foundation application, I'll link it up here for you. It is a process, but I have dry skin. So I did all that prep work and I've got the Revolution Pro Prime Oil on my face and I have the Too Faced Hangover X Primer as well because this is just really nice and hydrating. What I've decided I'm going to do is, because I've seen other people saying that this helps, is I'm going to do one side of my face with just the foundation and the other side I'm going to mix with an oil just to see, because I mean we can't expect, that shade actually doesn't look too bad. We can't really expect a foundation to perform miracles for us. We might have to kind of like tailor it a little bit. So like I said, I got the shade F220. It says it's matte. It's got quite nice packaging. But this is the foundation anyway. I like the fact that it's in a squeezy tube because it is easy to take with you places. That is if this even works for me. And yeah, I guess I'm sick of talking, so let's try and get this on my face. They say that it dries down really quickly. Now, I'm going to link a video in my description box. It's from Jen Loves Reviews. This girl is amazing. She knows all about ingredients, kind of all the behind the scenes stuff when it comes to makeup, makeup launches, makeup ingredients. She's amazing. Go and check out her channel. If you aren't subscribed to her, I would highly, highly recommend subscribing because she is so informed. And if you want to know about new releases and stuff like that, she's got like the Daily Makeup Minute or the Weekly Makeup Minute or whatever it is, that she basically tells you all about, or what's up in makeup, the makeup news, and basically tells you about all the stuff that's going on in the makeup industry. It's great. I mean, obviously there's not everything in there, but she covers as much as she can. And she was talking about there being an ingredient in this. I can't remember what it was called, but basically it's the same ingredient they use in a liquid lipstick to help with dry down. Now when I swatched this, this is what I was talking about earlier, when I swatched this on my hand, I thought that when it dried, it looked so much like a really, really nude liquid lipstick. So that's the shade there. I'm going to leave that there. I mean, obviously we'll be able to see on my face anyway, but I'm going to leave that there because I'm pretty sure, going from even looking at it beside it, this oxidizes like crazy, which is annoying because I think this shade will match me pretty well, but when it oxidizes, I think it's going to be completely the wrong shade. So we're just going to crack one. I really don't know how much of this I'm going to need, so I'm going to do just like a couple of little dots because apparently this has really, really high coverage. And I'm using my Morphe contour highlight sponge as well, just because obviously I have dry skin. I have to do everything I can to help my dry skin. Obviously this is going to be the side without the oil added to it, so try as hard as I can to keep it on this side. Okay, so that is half of my face done. It is really, really high coverage. It's not as dry feeling as I thought it would be. It's not quite fully dried down yet. I'll maybe use a pore filling primer on this side as well, just to give it a little bit of help. But it's picking up on my pores here, definitely. I mean, most foundations do pick up on my pores if I don't use a pore filling primer. Even then, they do kind of, I don't think pore filling primers work that well. I will say it has oxidized, like, a lot. It has oxidized an insane amount. So I just want to show you. This is it wet, this is it dry. So it may not be oxidizing, its dry down is insane. I mean, it's a whole 3 shades darker maybe. I'm actually going to add a little bit of a pore filling primer. Obviously I'm only adding this to this tiny little section of my face, so it won't affect the way the foundation applies to like the rest of my face. I'm actually going to mix in the Flower Beauty Celestial Skin Elixir because this has sort of like a dewy reflect to it, and I wonder if that'll affect the foundation at all. So we're just going to mix it all in together. Immediately that blends out way easier. I was finding it was a little bit sort of patchy looking on the other side. I think that just gives it a little bit more slip. They both feel quite light. I mean, for how matte it is, I'm really, really surprised at how it doesn't feel, like it doesn't feel horrible. You can see here, pores, like pore city. It is 10 to 11 here just now. I'm going to wear this all day and we're going to see how it wears. Because sometimes with all this prep work, whoa, I feel so up close and personal. With all this prep work, it can look really good to start with. And then the dryness can start creeping in and I can start looking like a total corpse. So we're going to wear this for the rest of the day. I have to say, on my really dry patch between my eyebrows, I don't know if you can see. I'm hoping it's going to pick up. You can see the pink through it, which with this high coverage of foundation, I don't know how I feel about that because you can see it just about as much as you can see coming through my Flower Beauty foundation. But it doesn't look overly dry. So that's something. I mean, on my forehead, it kind of looks a little bit powdery, which is weird. Like, I don't know why it's doing that. Probably just because it's a matte foundation. Okay, we're going to carry on. We're going to go on the concealer. You can see here now, it matched earlier and now it's oxidized completely. So if you are ordering your foundation shade online, go lighter than you think you are. Because I thought, and I was right, by reading the undertones actually, that this foundation or this shade was a complete and utter match for me. But after the dry down it wasn't, so I would have gone a couple of shades lighter. It also means I don't know how light the lightest shades actually are, and I don't know as you go deeper does it do the same. So I'm not sure. All I can comment on is what I've got in front of me, and here I've got C1.65. As you can see here, it's definitely not this colour. The concealer comes like this. It's got a little, not a doe foot, it's got like a little flat applicator. It's a little bit like the Urban Decay Naked Skin. Actually, it's very like that. It has a little bit of a scent. Nothing crazy, same kind of scent. If you don't like kind of painty smells, then you won't like it. Okay, so I don't know how quickly this is going to dry, so I'm just going to do what I would normally do, which is I'll do that much, but I'm going to do one side at a time, just in case. I mean, it's not the most full coverage concealer in the world. I know that Jaclyn Hill was saying that this was going to be like everybody's favourite concealer. It's, I don't know. Let me finish putting it on and then I'll comment. I like the shade of this, I will say. It hasn't changed at all for me, so the concealer definitely doesn't oxidize. I don't really mind that. I don't know how it's going to dry down though, so I'm not going to rush to set it. So far with doing one area at a time, it blends out really nicely. Nothing really untoward to say. This is way creased underneath my eyes. You can probably see there and there. Pull in even a little bit closer. You can see there and there it's started to crease. Now, this may not be a big issue because I have lines there. I'm 30 years old. I have lines under my eyes. And I can't even like get rid of them when I look away up like this. It drives me insane. But a lot of people were saying that this concealer dries down matte the same as the foundation. So, okay, so the concealer so far, I don't mind. It's not the most highest coverage. It's not my favourite. It's creasing quite a lot. I'm just going to set the bit right underneath my eyes though. And looking at that, it does look quite dry off the bat. I'm going to reserve judgment just now. Okay, so I'm going to carry on and do the rest of my makeup. Okay, so that is the rest of my makeup complete. I'm not really going for anything crazy today. I just wanted to throw in some mascara and put on my normal base makeup because obviously I want to see how it applied over the foundation, how it settles, how it lasts, that sort of thing. I'm so torn. This should look horrible on me. It should look horrific. My forehead looks terrible, I have to say. This line here, like you can see it's picking up on all my lines. It is grabbing around about my nose. It's sunk into my smile lines. Funnily enough, it's sunk into this one more than it has this one, and this is the side I mixed with the oil. Do have to say, it's no worse than like my Dior and stuff like that. Like, if I'm being honest, the Dior, the reason that it redeems itself is it actually looks nicer the more I wear it. So it sort of emulsifies and goes deeper into your skin, or like molds better to your skin, if that makes any sense, like as the day goes on. So that's how it redeems itself, even though it does look quite dry like this when I've just finished applying it. I haven't sprayed any setting spray. I was totally like scared to actually try it. I thought, oh god, I'm gonna feel like a corpse. This is gonna be horrendous. But this isn't as bad as a lot of people are making it out to be. But then again, everybody has different skin. As you can see, I have psoriasis on like between my eyebrows and on my hairline, and it's sitting on it fine. It's not accentuating it. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Do you think it looks nice? This side is the side I just put on normally. I mean, obviously I've primed and all that, but this side I put on just by itself, and this side I put on with the Flower Beauty Skin Elixir. Obviously you could mix it with other things. Maybe it would mix better with something else. I have to say I do much prefer this side. I didn't blend my contour under my lip. I don't know, I have to reserve judgment, but so far I'm so torn. I'm so torn. I really thought I was gonna hate this. It's a little bit cakey in here. There's some pores. It's a little bit dry at my mouth. My nose. It's a little bit dry at my mouth as well, but it's not, I mean, it's mostly dry as well. I don't know, I can't tell. Maybe it's just the cream product on top as well, but it is mostly dry. It looks alright. We're going to go around to this side now, and this side I like. I have to say I would wear this again. It's very, very smooth through here. As you can see my blemish. So it's not crazy, crazy, crazy full coverage. Very, very smooth in around here. You can see it looks pretty flawless apart from that little dot there. I'm kind of blown away. I was expecting to hate this. I was expecting to be like, Morphe, you suck! But I'm not. And I'm annoyed because I'm like, oh, everybody's just going to be like, or everybody that watches this video is just going to be like, oh, she's just trying to kiss up. But the proof is in the pudding. You've seen me apply it. I have severely dry skin, so no, right, well, we'll come back later and I will let you know how it's going. So I will see you guys in a little bit. It's now 1:56 and I don't know if I see much of a difference with the foundation. So I'm going to bring you in like really up close and personal. I don't know how this camera picks up, but I don't know, I can't really tell. This side actually looks really good, but I don't know if it's just because of the... actually, you know what I'll do? Okay, so this is it in natural light. And as you can see, I don't know, my contour's looking a bit muddy on that side. It could just be because the light. Actually, yeah, that's much better. So I'll bring you in real close. Now the foundation looks fine. What's that? 11, 12, 1, 2, like 3 hours. It's still in my fine lines, well, my smile lines. It's still a little bit dry around my nose. It's sort of emulsified a little bit, so it's sort of warmed up to my skin now a little bit. I don't feel it dry at all. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't look as dry as it did. I don't know. I mean, my forehead is exactly the same, as you can see. It's picking up on the dry patch up here a little tiny bit. This one's totally fine. I don't know. I don't hate it. So far so good, so we're just going to see how it goes on from here. And I will get back to you in another couple of hours. Okay, so it's now 4:45 and I don't know if this is going to show up really well here. So the foundation's almost been on for 6 hours now. I don't know when I'm going to go back, but I am going to go back into my beauty room and show you guys the foundation later. Because right now we're in like artificial light and it's not the best. So that's a little bit better actually. That is coming off my TV. Now it's blue. The foundation is kind of surprising. I really didn't think I would like this. I'm going to pull you in just in a second and let you see what's going on my skin. But I will say, because I've gone and I've looked in the mirror properly with like decent lighting and stuff like that, this side of my face was the side that I did, and I didn't mix it with anything. I mean, I did all my prep work, I hydrated my skin, blah blah blah, put on a good primer, but this side I just put the foundation. I didn't mix it with the oil or anything like that, or the Flower Beauty stuff. But if you look in at my skin, you can see there are sort of like pores. You can see the texture and stuff like that. I mean, it's not, I look a little bit shiny, which is crazy because I have dry skin. But on this side, it just looks a little bit sort of cakey. I don't know. I wouldn't say crazy. Like the side of my nose on this side it's sort of like separated a little bit. This is a really weird angle, but it's like separated a little bit. My forehead looks better now than it did earlier, which is crazy. Look at those eyelashes. If you want to see how I got these eyelashes, click up here. But my forehead looks better than it did earlier. I'm looking up, so obviously it's going to accentuate it, but yeah, I mean, I look really shiny right now in my viewfinder anyway. So on this side, this is the side that I did with the Skin Elixir, and I just think that it looks much more smooth. I'll see you again in a couple of hours. Okay, I did a bad thing. I fell asleep on my couch. I'm now up at my beauty lights. I'm still on the vlogging camera, but I'm under the beauty lights just to see what we're dealing with here. So if I look around this side, it looks a little bit drier. But both sides still look fine. I mean, this side looks much better. I mean, for 10 hours of wear, I do look a little muddy through here. It's a little bit patchy, but I mean, this is where I could have been leaning when I was sleeping. I just kind of like fell asleep on my couch like this. It was ridiculous. Overall, after, what's that, 11, 12, 9.5 hours wear, I don't know, and sleep for like 2 hours, an hour and a half, I'm not mad. So, I'm going to put this video up. Today's Thursday, this video will be going up tomorrow, which is Friday. And I'll maybe wear this again tomorrow. I'm at work tomorrow, so I'll maybe wear this again tomorrow. And can put in the description box how it went, because obviously I don't want to like film again all day tomorrow because I have to work. But yeah, have a look in the description box and see how I felt about it on day 2. But day 1, or the first full day trying it, 9.5 hours wear, it's a fab foundation. There's nothing wrong with it. That's about all I have to say about it. So if you enjoyed this video, I would love if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so hopefully I will see you guys in the next one.